Hi everybody, this is David Marsh with eMiniTradingStrategies.com. Today is March 22nd, 2012. Getting a pretty good response from our questions over the videos as well as the daily results. Let's do a couple more questions and then we'll show you today's results. In fact, I'm going to have to show you today's result to answer these questions anyways. So first question, your strategy might generate 1 point per day. But how much time do you have to get in the trade and how often do you miss it? And the next question is, what is the risk reward on your trade and what is your win rate? Let's go ahead and discuss this one first, okay? On my normal system entry trade, all right, this is my bread and butter trade, if you will. My initial stop loss, let me type this in here, my initial stop is 8 ticks, okay? And some are thinking, well, you're going for 4 ticks profit. Isn't that a little skewed risk reward wise? And the answer is yes. But let me offset that by making a couple of points. First, we don't always go for 1 point profit. In fact, many of our trades are good for more than 1 point profit, okay? Next, this is our maximum stop loss. That doesn't mean every time we lose on an NSE we lose 8 ticks. Not even close. In fact, our average stop loss is probably 4 to 5 ticks on an NSE. So when we do lose, and of course we don't win them all, we don't lose 8 ticks. We could lose 8 ticks, and from time to time we do, but not very often. So the risk reward right off the bat isn't that bad. Next, we take our stop loss to break even as soon as we have 4 ticks of positive price action. So let's say we jump in at 1370. As soon as the market touches 1371, we take our stop loss to break even. Now, more often than not, we'll get filled, and that's the end of the trade anyways. But if we don't get filled at profit and it turns back down, then we'll at least break even on the trade. Now, tie that in with our win rate. Our normal system entry wins around 70% of the time, maybe just below 70% of the time. But an NSE out of no zone, which is a high probability trade, wins closer to 80% of the time. So tie all that together, and our risk reward really is not skewed at all. In fact, it's pretty good. Now, our pullback trade, 6 tick, maximum stop loss, and when we lose on a pullback trade, we do lose 6 ticks. And to be honest, our profit on a pullback trade is only 4 ticks, so slightly skewed there, but those got a high percentage of winners. But our EETs, our max stop is 8 ticks. I'm sorry, let me start over. Our EET max stop is 6 ticks, but on average our loss is 3 or 4 ticks. So that's not so the risk reward on my trades are actually quite good. But I understand that question, because when you hear me say 8 ticks, it's very easy to say, wait a minute, that's upside down. You've got to have a high percentage of winners to even make that work. And you're right, you're thinking this correct, and we understand that too. But again, we don't lose 8 ticks every time we lose, not even close. Okay, next question. Your strategy might generate 1 point per day, but how much time do you have to get in a trade? Let's look at today's trade. Okay, this is again March 22nd. Here's our trade this morning. You can see it's 9:30 opening bell right here, and at 9:32 we got our long NSE signal. Now the two blue bars that follow the signal. Now this is a bar on closed system. The NSEs, we have to have the bar closed before it generates a signal. So we don't know this is a signal until the bar closes. I say that loosely, because we really do know it's happening. We've got indicators on our chart that tell us this trade's gonna happen. So we have knowledge that it's forthcoming, and then we're just waiting for the signal to validate it. Okay. Now we have to get filled on these two bars. Now you'll see right here, 9:32.05 to 9:32.53. We had about 35 seconds to get in this trade, but that's plenty of time because you're ready. You've got your Ninja Dome ready. You know where you're going to enter. You know where you're going to enter the trade at, because we teach you that in the course. You know, as soon as we get the trade, if we get the trade, we're going to enter at 1388.25 limit or better. Okay, so as soon as we get this signal, we enter the trade. We got filled instantly because we were willing to take the trade up here. Price was down here. We actually got positive slippage, and we got filled somewhere around here or there, depending on how quick you were on the trigger. And then we came up here. Some made our profit right there, depending on your fill, and some made their profit up here. Okay, so had about 20-30 seconds. Was a quicker trade, but nobody had a problem getting filled. We do miss trades from time to time, and that's why we take our trades at our worst possible price. So if I'm willing to take the trade up here, but the price is down here. I still put my order in up here, and then I'll get filled down here because the price is down there. I won't get filled up here unless the price is up there. So I call that using a limit order to your advantage. Now, if we try to get filled right down here, we're going to miss a lot of trades because the market could just take right off and we'll miss the trade. So we do not miss many trades. But while we're here, let's talk about this. Okay, let's say you jumped in right here. Maybe you got in here and this wasn't enough for a profit. What happens when you get this short trade? All right, nothing. This is a disregarded trade if you're in this trade. We have an NSE signal and we have what's called an NSE chop signal or NSE reversal signal. That didn't happen here. If we would have had a reversal signal, we would have had to reverse this trade and go down. But we didn't. This is disregarded. This is not a reversal signal. This was a winning trade all day long. Okay, and that's what it is. So those are today's questions. That's today's result. Quick one and done. We got done 9:35. We entered at 9:32, left at 9:35. We're done for the day. We've got our daily income, and that's how we do it here at E-mini Trading Strategy. So hope this video helps. Again, if you want your questions discussed via video with some examples, feel free to email them directly to me, David at eminitradingstrategies.com. Thank you.